Hey everyone, some of these lyrical stuff has been pretty insane. Well, not insane, but just really, really good. Like, we got Feltyrosa this week, and I think a lot of people would say Feltyrosa is like one of the most popular units in the set. Out of the OG Ryan line, she was definitely one of the most popular, but the problem was that she sucked. But now this kind of... I think she's pretty good. And yeah, some of these lyrical ride lines have been getting some pretty huge buffs, like Celestial last week. Looks pretty darn good. So, I don't know, right? Like, this festival collection is shaping up to be big buff, I think. And then Lauren will come out next week, so we'll probably do a big review after that comes out. And I only imagine Lauren will be quite good, just simply because she's so popular, and that's how you sell sets, right? So let's kind of take a look at the Feltyrosa stuff. Actually, pretty good cards. The first one we have is a grade 1. Night Sky Searing Divertimento Orchard. So auto regard circle at the end of the battle that this unit boosted. If you have a Vanguard with Feltyrosa in its card name, counterblast 1 and put another regard in the same column as this unit into soul and draw a card. Let's kind of talk about the biggest problems with old Feltyrosa. Alright, so I think there was like 3 that just came right into mind. Is that 1, you need to draw the Persona Ride, and if you don't, the deck doesn't really function. Well, like, it works, but you don't have power, so you might as well just not function. Right, so then this is kind of solved by, you know, the dress-up mechanics. You just run like a lot of Persona Ride. Second issue was that it was kind of piece line because you had like certain good cards and then a bunch of bad cards that you had to run because you didn't have enough ghosts. And this kind of helps that because this is a ghost and it's a good card. It's a good card. And then lastly, it was the deck didn't really generate much advantage at all. So at some point, you're just going to run out of hand and feel bad. This kind of does that. It just CB1 lets you draw a card, and sure, you put a card into soul, but putting things into soul, like removing them from the regard circle, is like kind of helping your gimmick out, you know? So yeah, I think this card is really, really good, but it's also followed up by another really, really good card, which is not this, not that one, this one. Here we go. So this one is Traumaray of Grazing Hands, Roswitha. So auto, when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle other than from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Feltyrosa in its card name, stand all of your rearguards in the same column as this unit, and this unit gets power 5000 until the end of turn. So you can stand like your grade 1 as well if they come into the same column. And this is not limited once per turn, so you can take like CB1 again and like try and get more cards, which is alright. You do have a countercharger in Ingrid, so it's pretty decent. And the second effect is auto regard circle. When this unit attacks, you may have this unit get power 5000 at the end of that battle. If you do, at the end of that battle, put this unit on the bottom of your deck. So you can get it like 5k, and then you can pop off the other skill as well. But regardless, like, you can just get, if you combo this, you can get some free power and some advantage. So that's kind of nice. And then lastly, we have the new Feltyrosa. So this is called Rondo of, I can't say any of this, Plenilune Feltyrosa. So, you know, it dresses up with the old Feltyrosa. And then the second effect is a Kant. So for some reason, you know, you just all of your front row with ghosts. Yeah, if you have a grade 3 during a turn, if you have a grade 3 Feltyrosa in your soul, all of your front row ghost units get power plus 10k. So that's pretty good. Like, you just straight up get 10k for no reason. And then if you like combo it with Persona Ride, which I only imagine you are, you're getting like a plus 20k to your front rows. So all your multi attacks are double dipping with this like plus 20k, which is pretty modern, right? It's pretty modern. It's pretty new. 20k is the new 10k, right? So it's quite nice. And then the last effect is an axe skill. So counterblast once per turn, counterblast 1, and until the end of turn, this unit gets the following red text. So auto Vanguard circle once per turn. When your drive check reveals a ghost normal unit or a grade 3 card with Feltyrosa in its card name, you may call that card to an open rearguard circle, and if you called a card, this unit get drive plus 1 until the end of that battle. And you get this red text twice, which means that you can make 5 attacks. That's pretty much it. You make 5 attacks and you're making your drives better, because when you drive a blank, it is just coming out onto the board, and then when you drive check a trigger, you drive check a trigger, right? So that's not bad. You know, drive checking triggers are pretty good. So yeah, easy 5 attacks and under a plus 20k power line. So I feel like the entire deck is kind of fixed, right? Because again, like I said before, the old deck of Feltyrosa was pretty much some good ghosts, followed by a bunch of janky cards that really didn't do anything. Now you can throw away those janky cards and put in these good cards, and you have a half-decent deck, right? Will it be better than the current meta decks? I don't know. Ava's pretty good, right? But it definitely sounds like it can at least hold its own. Like for now, right? Maybe a tier 2 thing, but definitely need some testing, and will definitely turn heads, because you know it is available at Daivangasai to be sold and played. So I'm sure, yeah, there's a lot of I'm sure a lot of people will be lining up day 1 to buy the product in order to play it in day 2. That's for sure. And then lastly, they did reveal this not a promo, this new kind of generic card. It's called Divine Knight of Deeply Laid Stratagems, Sag, alright? And this is Kant, Regard Circle, Guardian Circle. It has that generic effect now, this new kind of generic effect where if your opponent's drive check or damage check revealed a trigger unit this turn, this unit gets plus power 10k and plus 10k shield, right? But then the main effect is here. So Regard Circle once per turn, when this unit attacks, look at the top card of your deck. That's good, right? Confirming what the top card is. You can put it on the top of the deck or into the soul, which is also a big good. And then counterblast 1 and perform all of the following. Choose one of your opponent's power 14,000 or greater vanguards and increase this unit's power by that unit's power until the end of that battle. So basically what this means is that this dude, right, Sag, will always be 13k more than your opponent. So if they defensively damage checked an over trigger, Sag's effect will be 100 million power plus like basically their power plus 13. So always be at least like a 15k shield. Yeah. And then the second effect is the removing over trigger effect from the drop zone. Choose one of your other front row units and it gets power plus 15k until the end of turn. So unfortunately for Sages here, these effects look slightly Sag. The good one is the power increase to match your opponent. But apart from that, it's like, I think these waves of generic supports have just been kind of weaker when you compare it to the cyclers that we got in set 10, right? So that is all, right? That is all this week. Let me know in the comments what you think of Feltyrosa and if it's good or not. I definitely think it's looking pretty sweet. Definitely a scary deck to maybe face against. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. All right, bye.